We're going to start in the 90-90 position. We're going to face the front knee, square the shoulders in line with that knee. This knee's bent at 90, back knee is bent at 90. Our hips make a 90-degree angle. Our ankles are in dorsiflexion. Our back tibia is in line with our front foot and back ankle. From here, I'm just going to take the tennis ball and put it behind my ankle. I'm going to get up, sit up nice and tall in my 90-90 position. I can focus here on my breathing. If you need to pause and just want to hold this position longer, you can. Otherwise, I'm going to just hinge forward and then hinge back. Just going to hinge forward and hinge back to start. And I'm going to move this ankle over the ball. So I'm in external hip rotation now. I'm going to take an inhale, irradiate, pack the air low, and then I'm going to lift this foot up and over the ball and go in my regressive angle in knee flexion and hip external rotation. So I'm going to first lift off in hip external rotation and hip flexion. Then I'm going to bend the knee and I'm going to deepen my external rotation by keeping the foot as high as possible the entire time. So I'm going to take an inhale. If you want to make it easier, you can lean back. If you want to make it harder, you can hinge forward. Just try not to round the lower or upper back. Okay, so we're going to take an inhale, irradiate, and then I'm going to lift up, hold, lift up and over, and then down and relax. Inhale, radiate up, over, land softly. We'll do that 2 more times. Up, bend, relax, hover down, up, extend, relax. Up, bend, relax, and then up, extend, relax. Now this time we're going to put the ball in front of the ankle. We're going to do the same thing. If you want to make it easier, you can go down to the side like this. Okay, and if you can, try to keep that knee down. Okay, mine is definitely going to leave the ground, but if you want to advance this, you can try to keep the knee on the ground. From here, I'm going to face forward, inhale, radiate, lift up, over and relax, up, over and relax. 2 more. Up, over and relax, up, over, and slowly bring it down. 1 more. Up, over, and relax, up, over, and relax. Good. Now we're going to go into hip internal rotation, regressive angular loading. What I'm going to do is go into hip internal rotation and knee extension, hover, knee flexion, hover down. And then I'm going to bring the ball behind the back of my ankle. Starting here, leaning forward to make it easier, leaning back to make it harder. Inhale, irradiate, lift up, hover over and down, up, around, and land. 2 more. Internally rotate, hover, around and down, up, around, hover, and down. 1 more. Up, around, hover, and down, up, around, hover, and down. We're going to bring the tennis ball behind the ankle. We're going to go into hip internal rotation, and then we're going to bend the knee, and then extend the knee. 2 more. Up, bend, down, internally rotate, and extend. Internally rotate and hold, bend, relax, internally rotate, bend, hover down, and relax. Good. So those were some regressive angular loading techniques you can use when loading hip external rotation and internal rotation. So we're going to focus on the bear stretch, and then we're going to work our way into hip internal rotation. So I'm going to start in that bear stretch. You can start in the straddle position, and then from here I just like to bend my knees and try to get the tibia making a 90-degree angle with the knee and holding onto the insides of the ankles here. For some people it works better if you're seated or if you have a wall behind you. So those would be 2 regressions. And then from here, sitting up nice and straight, trying to kind of hinge forward into the stretch. Try not to feel coupled here. Try to hinge forward. Breathe and hold the stretch. Breathe and hold. And obviously there's options where you can do that as well, or straddle. Okay, so from here we're just going to hold, breathe, long exhale, inhale 4, and long exhale. Inhale, back ribs if you can. Long exhale. Good. From here, we're going to press those elbows into the thighs, thighs into the elbows, creating an isometric load in the groin area. So we're going to try to get out of this position by closing the book, but we're going to keep the book closed by pressing those elbows into the knees. Don't let it go anywhere. We're not going to be moving during this stretch. So from here, what we're going to do is start pressing the knees into the elbows, elbows into the knees, 5% effort. 10% effort, 15 to 20, 20 to 30. You should feel your adductors here, your groin muscles, all the way to 30%, 35 to 40, 45 to 50. Trying to close the book and open it at the same time. 60% effort, create that isometric contraction, 70 to 80, 80 to 90, all the way to your safest and greatest effort for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. Keep going. And what I want you to do next is try to pull those knees away from the elbows and try to open the book actively without pressing down, and squeeze those hands out front as you actively try to get those knees into deeper hip external rotation. There you go. Squeeze outer glutes here. Open it up. Really squeeze the glute medius. Really try to externally rotate the hips further, trying to get those knees down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and then back to your passive stretch. Inhale 4, exhale 8. Trying to get that deep inhale, exhale. Good. And then round 2. Pressing the elbows into the knees, knees into the elbows. 5, 10, 15%. 15 to 30. 30 to 60. 60 to 100. And hold. 5, 4, 3, 2. Rails, trying to pull those knees away from the elbows actively. 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Just breathe. And then from here, we're going to work from bear to straddle. So we're going to press those hands into the ground. I'm going to pick up one leg or one foot off the ground. I'm going to hold it there for 5 seconds, and then I'm going to extend the knee, hold for 5, and then slowly bring my foot to the ground. So take an inhale, irradiate, lift off and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, and extend the knee. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, and slowly bring it down and relax. Now we're going to do the same thing back. So we're going to hover for 5, and then bend and hover for 5, and then relax. Inhale, push in. Irradiate, hold, up. 5, 4, 3, 2, bend. Hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, and down. Other side. Inhale. After your exhale. Radiate, hold, up. 5, 4, 3, 2, extend. 5, 4, 3, 2, and slowly bring it down. Up for 5, 4, 3, 2, bend for 5, 4, 3, 2, and slowly bring it down. From here, we're going to press the hands into the ground, extend both knees at the same time. So this is advanced straddle hover. I'm going to press those fingers into the ground, sitting up nice and tall first. Inhale, radiate, push, hold, extend the knees, and hover for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, bend, 5, 4, 3, 2, and slowly bring it down. And if we want to go ahead and get out of this position, we're going to go from 90-90 on one side to 90-90 on the other side. So we're going to do this very slow. So don't do this fast. We're going to tee out the arms. If that doesn't work, you can bring your hands behind your body, open up like this. Okay. Otherwise, you can face forward, tee it out. We're going to hinge forward first, and then we're going to come up and then twist to the other side. Here we go. I'm going to hinge, press in, rotate, open up, keep this back knee down, rotate that knee out to your bear. Try to get this front knee down first. The last thing goes down is that back knee. 90-90 the other way. Make sure you're lined up. Inhale, hinge forward. Push away. Rotate. Opening up that back hip. And tibia. Then back knee. One more time here, nice and slow. Rotating. Hinge. Rotate. Slowly maneuver. Take an inhale if you need to before your hinge. Push in, and we'll make our way to hip internal rotation. So we're going to work on hip internal rotation. So option 1, you can have your hands behind your back. You're going to try to rotate each shoulder toward this back foot. This is my trail leg, working on hip internal rotation. I'm not really going to worry about this leg that much. I'm going to focus on this setup here. From here, what I'm going to do is rotate toward this back foot. If you can, option 1, option 2, option 3, and option 4, reaching for that foot. Wherever you're at, we're going to hold and breathe. Inhale for 4, exhale for 8. Our pals contraction is trying to push this leg through the ground. Okay, so trying to open up this leg, but we can't. So trying to press this ankle into the ground. Trying to open up, but we can't. So we're trying to press our leg into the ground. Our rallis contraction is going deeper into internal hip rotation, and that's going to be by trying to internally rotate that hip. Now, you're going to feel a lot of stuff going on here. You might not necessarily move. If you're advanced, your foot might leave the ground, but for hip internal rotation, and to do this right, try not to move at all during your pals or rallis contraction. So you want to find a good setup to where you can hang out the entire time. So once you found your setup, hold and breathe. Start pressing this back foot, shin, knee, hip, feeling the tissue here, start firing up. 5%, 10, 15, 20%, 25 to 30, 35 to 40, pressing this leg through the ground, 40 to 50%, 50 to 60, 60 to 70, regress by bringing both hands behind, Holding here, 100% effort. 10 seconds. 9, pressing this whole leg. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, rails, trying to go internal hip rotation by trying to pick that back foot off the ground. You're going to fire here. You might feel that starting to knot up like it is for me. I'm going to try to just kind of fight through that cramp. If possible, if you can't, you can get out of it, but I'm going to just try to keep pushing through it. 3, 2, and relax. Ooh. So it's still knotting up for me, but I'm just going to try to breathe through this. Inhale 4, exhale 8. So you can try to breathe through your cramp too if you can, or if you need to get out of it, you can always go back to bear. Inhale 4, exhale 8. Good. Remember, option 1 here, just like this. Option 2, option 3, option 4. One more round. So we're going to press that whole leg into the ground. Feel that stuff going on the inside. Press the foot, ankle, shin, knee, hip all into the ground, trying to get out of this position by pressing that back ankle into the ground. And then our rails contraction, trying to pull the foot off of the ground by going deeper into internal hip rotation. So option 1, hands here. Here we go. Pressing in, 5% to 10. 10 to 15 to 20, pressing this whole leg, 30, 40, 50%, 55 to 60, all the way to 70, 80 to your max effort. 5, 4, 3, 2, and rails, trying to get that foot off of the ground, going deeper into internal hip rotation. Safe efforts here. Hold, 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Breathe into that back hip. Good. All right. Now, if you want, you can do the same thing by watching the same video and doing it on the other side. From here, what I'm going to do is just kind of stretch this out. Since we've been working majority of the hips, we want to kind of give them a break now. Just shake them out. We'll go hip internal and external rotation in the straddle here. So our straddle axial, wide legs, hands behind the body. Knees are straight here if possible. If you need to bend the knees, that's fine too. Just kind of loosening them up. And what we're going to do is go to a side lying position and bring our arm over our head, kind of push into the ground, relax our neck, and use this front hand to support our body. Use this bottom leg to be the weight, and we're going to go into a lateral flexion here and a hip abduction and adduction here. So this hip will be abducting a little, but the bottom hip is really adducting and getting it off the ground. We're going to use all the muscle here. We're going to bring our pelvis or our rib cage down and kind of in. Hold here. Take an inhale. Exhale, lift up and hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, and down. Relax. From here, bottom foot is the weight. Inhale. Big exhale. Push, hold. 5, 4, 3, 2, and down. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Blow it out. Push, hold up, 5, 4, 3, 2, and down. Good. All right, let's switch side. Arm overhead. Relax this top hand. Cup the ground. Bottom leg is the mover. The top leg is the weight. And we are trying to bring those feet off of the ground using our core here. So going into lateral flexion, and we're going into hip adduction on that bottom hip. Bring those ribs down, hold here, inhale, big exhale, lift up, hold, 5, 4, 3, 2 and down. 2 more. Up, hold. 5, 4, 3, 2 and down. 1 more. Up, hold. 5, 4, 3, 2 and down. Good. From here, I'm just going to go on my stomach. Going to bring my hands underneath my stomach, and my face will be down in the mat. I'm going to bring my feet together and my knees slightly out. I'm going to try to extend my hips so that my knees leave the ground. Okay? It's called froggies. So from here, I'm going to bend the knees, feet will touch, knees are slightly out. I'm going to squeeze the glutes and try to get those knees off the ground, thighs off the ground. From here, hold. Trying to really push those feet up toward, or trying to pull those feet up toward the sky. Squeezing those bottom glutes. Holding here, and then relax. And then fire those bottom glutes. Hold, and relax. 1 more. Up, hold, squeeze, bottom butts, and relax. Okay, that's something you can do for reps, up to 10 reps, or go for holds for up to 10 seconds, and do as many holds or as reps as you want to kind of really focus on hip extension. From here, I'm going to work a little bit on some power cat. So I'm going to draw those fingertips inward, soften the elbows. Try to look down my shirt. So drawing a nice straight line here, trying to look down my shirt here, trying to flatten out that neck. Extend one hip. Exhale everything out. Extend that hip, squeeze that bottom glute. It's doing all that work for hip extension. Soften the elbows. Use your rib cage here and your serratus muscles underneath your arms and your armpits. Hold, soften the elbows. Try and look down at your shirt. And let's switch side. Alright, from here, extend the hip, soften the elbows, flatten the neck. Stronger exhale is better. Bend the knee, squeeze the bottom back glute. Elbows are slightly bent. Trying to lengthen that top neck. Extend that back hip. Big exhales. There you go. Keep big exhales here. Ribs go down and back and in on your exhale. Inhale. Keep those ribs down. Inhale into your upper back and upper ribs. Back ribs. And relax. So that would be the power cat. Whew. That was crazy. Alright.